Hi, my name is Nera and I'm a gouache artist from Czech Republic. Truth to be told, my name is actually not Nera, my name is Nikki and I actually am a gouache artist from Czech Republic, but today we're gonna work on my botanical art journal. I don't know if you've seen the first episode of this journal making thingy that I started on my channel, but if you haven't, I'm gonna link it in the info cards up here and you can check it out if this is something you like. I talk there more about my process of drying the flowers, so if that's something you're interested, please check it out because I think I'm not gonna be revisiting it because I already talked about it, so it kind of feels stupid to talk about it again. So this time I found a flower that's called ladonka or scilla in English. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, I'm not really sure, but I was kinda awkward about making this video because even though I recorded all of my footage beforehand, I wasn't really sure about what I want to talk about with this flower because it's kind of just a decorative flower, so it's not something very special or there's nothing interesting that you can do with this plant that would help you somehow, but I still collected it and I kind of liked it, how it looks, so I really wanted to use it and learn from the shapes or of the structure from the flower to know how to incorporate it in my next works. If I'm gonna be working on some flowers from the top of my head, I really like to have this kind of register of flowers that I can use. I must admit I really liked the flower itself, not like the whole plant, but the flower on the top. I really like the leaves and how is it called in English? How are they called? Okay, so I didn't figure out how are they called, these little stems in the flower itself that have a little bit of pollen on them. I don't know how they called. If you know how they called, please just write it down in the comments because I was searching for it in my Wikipedia article that I read about this flower and I couldn't find them. So be a doll and please help me. So the same way as before, I started with the dried flower and with a little bit of info about the flower, how it grows, what specifics this flower have, and I wasn't able to figure out which exact species this scilla is because there is quite few and they're not very different from each other, so I wasn't really sure. So I don't know, but I wrote about the genus in more broad way, and then I used the reference picture for the inking part of this journal intros or spreads, and then of course I used that to create a gouache painting. And I don't know about this one. I was kind of nervous about how it turned out. I think I overworked it a little bit too much. I also thought that maybe an orange color or like warm yellow would be good idea, but in the end I kind of added a little bit too much of red and I don't think that I like it though so much, but well, it's not the worst. It's definitely a learning experience, to be honest, and it's kind of all that matters for me. So yeah, next time if I'm doing a blue flower, I'm not gonna do a red background. I learned my lesson, but I think in the end the painting turned out quite nicely. And if you are thinking about starting an art botanical journal like me, please do, and maybe you can tag me in, if you're gonna post it on social media, definitely tag me. I would love to see your entries, or if some people are doing similar things, I would really love to see your paintings. I find it really important when doing this to be able to say where's the flower from and when I picked it up, and like details like that add a kind of value for the future. Because yeah, we know that some flowers grow somewhere, and botanists know about flowers and how they grow and where they grow and where is their natural habitat and stuff like that. But it's still kind of interesting to visit this idea in like 50 years and be like, oh, this flower was growing here, that's so cool. But of course, it's not this flower that I have, scilla, is not a really good example, because it's a flower that you can buy in a shop and then plant it on your garden, and it's not a common plant. You need to put it in the earth with intent, and it's not like it appeared naturally in this destination or in this place that I took it from. So I think this flower doesn't have that much value for me in the sense, because I really like to look for the wild flowers, and I really like to look for them in places that I know that they weren't disrupted in the past few years or something like this. So I would much rather pick flowers from a forest that I know that they're more natural growing there, than from a building site that where the earth was uncovered before a few years, because the seed might traveled on the bulldozer to get there. It's kind of a different thing for me, and I really am enjoying the natural plants a lot more than the plants that you can plant yourself. And I also think that they have a lot more value in the home cuisine making, or like, how to say this, I don't know. I think it's very important to think about the environment where the flower can grow, and if it's growing there still or no. And then it's very nice to think about that the flower was growing here for so long, and now you'll be able to take it home and do something meaningful with it if you learn how to, like maybe do a tea out of it, and it can help you grow, it can help you heal something. And I think it's a really cool idea when you think about it, that maybe before 100 years some people were using the exact same flowers as we do now, or that they used the same flower that grew in the same place for the same purpose, which I find really cool, to be honest. But just the thought of it, it's very cool for me. I know it's kind of naive thought, because I don't think many flowers are like that now, but still, it's kind of cute. So I hope that you enjoyed my rambling. This is the finished piece that I created. I hope you like it. I like the finished piece much more than watching it, me creating it. And if you want to see a little bit more of these, check out my channel. I would love for you to subscribe and like this video, and see you in the next one. Bye!